Find out why students were marching on campus last night.
And how the Pullman community is supporting Ukraine, coming up on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good evening, I'm Gillis Williams.
And I'm Jackie Smith. Welcome to Murrow News 8. Students of Pullman took to the streets to protest sexual assault here at WSU. The march went from Terror Mall down to the Chinook and then to Flag Lane.
But yeah, we're here advocating against sexual violence in honor of Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
More events will be happening throughout the month. For more info, you can go to Sexual Assault Awareness Month page on the Dean of Students WSU website.
Feedback for redistricting is underway this weekend. A 10-day public comment period will open Saturday for the Pullman City Council ward redistricting. The framework for redistricting states that each municipality must redistrict based on data from the most recent decennial census, which was completed in 2020. For more information on how to share feedback, you can visit pullman-wa.gov/redistricting.
The Whitman Superior Court charged Jordan Scholl, a 26-year-old man, with felony burglary and 2 counts of firearm theft. According to Pullman Radio, the Whitman County Sheriff's Office believes that Scholl burglarized a home south of Pullman in November and stealing a large number of firearms. Unrelated to the Pullman burglary, Scholl also pleaded guilty to charges involving burglary, grand theft, and narcotics in Idaho. He is set to be back in court next week to proceed with the case involving the gun thefts, according to Pullman Radio.
5 students in the WSU College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences have been accepted into the Rural Health Track. The first-year students will undergo specialized training in education and rural health care. Once they graduate in 2025, they will be equipped with the skills, tools, and network needed to work in a rural setting. This initiative was launched due to a $2.2 million donation from an anonymous donor, which will help increase opportunities for pharmacy students to focus on the healthcare needs of residents in rural Washington.
The Ukrainian Community Center of Washington has been helping incoming Ukrainians with work authorization applications and connecting with host families. According to Big Country News, there were many difficulties for Ukrainians in being able to work and provide for themselves. Prior to Russia's invasion, it took upwards of 2 years to obtain refugee status and be admitted to the United States. Now Ukrainian refugees are being accepted under humanitarian parolee status, which makes it more expensive and difficult to apply for work authorization. More information on the Community Center can be found online on the Ukrainian Community Center of Washington website.
The Kenworthy Performing Arts Center in Moscow is hosting a fundraiser for Ukraine on Saturday. I spoke with the theater's executive director, Colin Mannix, asking him more details about the event.
We have 2 films at 6 and 7:30 p.m. The 2 films are Vertov's The Man with the Movie Camera, and the second film is Shadows of Forgotten Ancestors. And this event is hosted by Anna Stowe, who is a researcher at WSU. And then we have a panel of 3 Ukrainian academics from WSU who are going to be speaking between the films.
Admission to the event is free of charge. For more info, you can visit kenworthy.org.
Members of WSU's Ukraine community are hosting a series of cultural events while raising funds and supplies for the defense of their homeland. Faculty, staff, and students have the goal to provide personal support and champion awareness of Ukraine's struggle. The first event is Ukrainian Cinema Night, which will take place tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. at the Kenworthy Theater in Moscow, Idaho. Admission is free, but donations are accepted. The Pullman community is gearing up for Easter weekend. Find out how it's celebrating.
And how bowling will help feed the less fortunate up next.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that?
I'm playing with these new face filters.
Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine.
Kevin, I need that back.
No.
Kevin!
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car, but I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, you know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Palouse Country Candy is a local candy shop in downtown Pullman on Grand Avenue. Locally owned and operated, they've been filling the cravings for sweets in the community. With Easter Sunday coming up, some might find themselves heading down for a sweet treat for the holiday, and certain deals may be available for the special holiday.
The Murrow Symposium last week had multiple keynote speakers and panelists for students to listen to and meet with. Here's a look at what some students told me about their careers in broadcasting post-symposium.
For the world to know, to at least know, matters.
This speech right here by the renowned journalist Ann Curry touched the hearts of many students and administration at the 46th annual Murrow Symposium last week. Just right outside the Compton Union building last week, right here on the right, a lot of networking, a lot of connections, and a lot of memories that will last a lifetime. I asked a few WSU students who attended the symposium how their experience meeting and hearing Ann Curry, as well as other keynote speakers and panelists, helped establish their career goals in broadcasting.
I think the biggest thing I took away was like networking with other people.
When you talk to Ann Curry, like you immediately get this sense of calm. Like she's very down to earth.
She's a really attentive listener, and she focuses in on whoever she's speaking to.
I think for me, having a full-time job after school and going to the symposium really felt hand in hand, because it really showed me be professional, dress professional, always come in, hands-on, ready to work, ready to, get your hands dirty.
For the seniors who attended the symposium and are graduating this semester, they have 2 weeks left of classes and can look forward to entering the workforce soon. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Gillis Williams, Murrow News 8.
According to a tweet from WSU psychology professor Chris Berry, his research assistant and women's basketball team forward Sheer Levy won the 2022 Emeritus Graduate Research Award for Social Sciences. Levy is a senior international student from Israel and is majoring in psychology.
For you music fans out there, the WSU Jordan Schnitzer Museum of Art is hosting a series of free concerts on April 22nd and the 29th. The local a cappella band Bigger Boats will perform in the Pavilion Gallery of the museum from 4 to 5 p.m. on April 22nd. Portland musician Brian Mumford of Dragging an Ox Through Water and Seattle-based artist Whiting Tennis are performing from 4 to 7 p.m. on April 29th right outside the museum on Terrell Mall. The concerts are an extension of the Indie Folk exhibition. The museum will remain open past regular business hours so attendees can enjoy both the music and the art exhibitions.
A WSU sports management student put together a bowling tournament at Zeppo's. Our reporter Chris Mitchell went on Sunday to see how it went down.
The Bowling for Soup fundraiser took place this past Sunday here in Pullman. Bowling for Soup is a food drive for the Community Action Center that was followed up by a bowling tournament. Brian Hooker is a sports management major that was on the team that put this event together.
We're going to have like a food drive before the actual bowling tournament. And the way the food drive is going to work is you can bring up to 20 items, and from those items you can boost your individual score. So it's kind of an incentive to bring and donate.
The incentives that Hooker spoke about were realized by participants like Daniel Cowles.
Each of us on our team, we got a couple cans because helps add to our score because we're going to need it. But it's fun to see all the different people here to support the different people for their little program and stuff.
Garrett Vale, a team member, reminds the community that everything raised and donated solely goes towards helping the Pullman Community Action Center.
100% of our proceeds are going straight to the Community Action Center here in Pullman. So that's our main benefactor of this tournament.
In addition to collecting food items, monetary donations were also accepted, according to Carlos Sanchez, a member of the team running this event.
We're already making profits. We have a few, at least $500 going to the Community Action Center after today. So.
In total, there were 340 items donated during this event across the 14 teams that participated, which was to Hooker's pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it's going really well. We have about 14 teams right now. We have a lot of donations. I don't know the exact amount yet, but it's going really well. We were a little worried about not getting enough people to turn up, but we've filled the place out and it's going great.
With Murrow News 8 in Pullman, I'm Chris Mitchell with Jake Gerard.
Earth Week is coming to an end, and WSU's Environmental Sustainability Alliance has one final event to close it out. They'll be hosting a community cleanup today from 3 to 5 p.m. Participants will meet at the Cub and then will be taken to the community cleanup locations. As of now, they have 4 locations in the cleanup, including Greek Row, Stadium Way, the Rec Center, and the south side of campus. This cleanup will count for community service hours and will include a half entry to the Earth Week raffle.
Washington State University is working harder than ever to accommodate to students with disabilities. In a typical year, WSU's Access Center meets with several hundred faculty members to provide testing accommodations, provides training on removing barriers for students in classrooms, and consults with faculty seeking guidance on how to help particular students. Judy McDonald, a professor in the Department of Mathematics and Statistics, said she finds the faculty liaison group invaluable when she has questions about how to implement an accommodation or if she wants to explore other options. Rob Morales, Assistant Director of Student Services in the Access Center, said everyone who works at the university has a role in making sure students have access to everything they need. After the break, find out from our very own Alex McCollum how snow affected the day-to-day of Pullman residents.
And if we can expect any more snow heading into the weekend.
You're looking at me in the future. Okay. Hi, Isaac.
Hi. Wait a second.
Do you know who I am?
Julia.
This is Jaina. Into the future.
I just wanted to talk to you about what happened with those 2 girls. Oh, yeah?
Do you remember it was this girl that I was getting bullied by that one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me? I don't think you know how much like that helped me, because like I finally like knew that I had somebody. Because of you, Isaac, and what you did for me years ago, I grew up to be more independent and love myself and just be a little bit more confident.
Aw, I'm like a little tearing up right now.
Just to see her in the future just blossom and look beautiful, and that was really amazing.
What to expect when you're expecting a teenager.
Hey guys, today we're talking about how to wake up your teen, and this works literally every time.
Give kisses. Give kisses. Look. Give kisses. Give kisses. You heard how loud that was.
I know, I heard.
That.
I heard. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
It was the...
Is that bacon?
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Bacon.
The topic on everyone's mind this week has been this fairly random snowfall, and if you're anything like me, you were definitely caught by surprise, to say the least. I spoke with some students to get their perspectives on this week's wet and wild weather.
If April showers bring May flowers, we're all wondering, what does April snowfall bring, besides unprepared students?
I was so ready to get it over with, and then it just kind of surprise attacked us.
The snow began falling April 10th, and we haven't seen the end of it quite yet, despite how much snow we've already seen. According to weatheratlas.com, Pullman sees an average of 1.5 inches of snow in April, but April 10th of this year alone brought about 4.5 inches.
They say Pullman gets all 4 seasons, but it seems like we're really skipping that this year, and not everyone was fully prepared for that.
The snowfall came as a big shock to many students who packed away their winter clothes and brought out their shorts, and after being required to move snow tires from their cars by March 31st, with struggles of just overall getting around Pullman. WSU students Joshua Wagner and Riley Fitzgerald both experienced the brunt end of this frozen and wet spring weather.
My shoes are on the rundown right now, so I've definitely was worried about getting home because I was slipping a lot. I'm like, this isn't fun.
I kind of forgot how to drive in the snow, so it hasn't been very fun for me.
While wacky weather isn't anything that's new to Pullman, even the fans of snow aren't too happy with this winter-like weather.
Definitely not wanting it. It's cool, but definitely not right now, not the time.
And for some students, this odd snowy April is one of their last memories of Pullman before they leave it for good.
I hope it gets warmer before graduation because that's all I'm looking forward to.
Overall, it looks like members of the Pullman community are looking forward to seeing this snow pass and the actual April showers begin. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Jackie Smith, Murrow News 8.
Yeah, and segueing from that story, for me, it just feels like most of this April has just felt like January so far from a weather standpoint. Alex, what's the second half of the month looking like?
Yes, Gillis, that's right. It's been pretty cold and snowy over the past week, and it looks like those cold temperatures are hanging on just a little bit longer. So let's take a look at the forecast. Today we have a high of 41 and a low of 28, and there's about a 20% chance of snow as well. We're seeing a lot of cloud cover today, so hopefully that'll start to burn off soon. And looking ahead at tomorrow's forecast, we have a high of 39 and a low of 27. However, we are expecting the sun to come out just a little bit, but we will see. Actually, no, we're not expecting the sun to come out. There's about a 90% chance of snow in the morning, and then it's going to turn into rain later in the afternoon. So watch the roads if you're out driving on your Saturday errands. Let's take a look at the state map starting over on the west side. We have a high of 50 in Olympia and a high of 50 in Seattle today, but that rain from yesterday is still holding on, and those low temperatures in the 30s are not too pleasant. And looking over at Yakima, we have a high of 49 and a high of 53 in the Tri-Cities. They're getting a little bit more sun than we are. Definitely some cloud cover though, so lucky for the middle of Washington. And over here in Spokane, pretty similar to Pullman as usual, we have a high of 44 and a low of 28. So yeah, let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. As you can see, we have that snow and rain tomorrow, but clouds dissipate a little bit on Sunday. The sun's going to start peeking through. Temperatures are going to jump up to 47, so that'll be kind of nice. However, those April showers that bring May flowers, we're going to continue for Monday, Tuesday, and for Wednesday. So hopefully those May flowers will start showing up soon, hopefully sometime after Wednesday, obviously. That's all I have for weather. Back to Gillis and Jackie at the desk.
You know, the snow feels like a really belated April Fool's prank from Mother Nature. So
yeah, you know, before the newscast, I was thinking the same thing. It's like April Fool's week or 3 weeks instead of 1 day.
Exactly.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, the thing is though, it's I prefer the cold over, being in my hometown of Phoenix. I mean, of course, if it were 35 degrees in Phoenix, that would literally shut down the city, especially if it was snowing.
Yeah.
But coming up, Washington State football may have a new standout.
And Abby Davis prepares us for a full chilly day of baseball after the break.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual. And she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you and we'll figure it out."
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Good afternoon, Shane Murrow with sports. Wazoo offensive line coach Clay McGuire said that Connor Gomnis has been the most consistent performer during spring drills. The sophomore center started 6 games last year, and McGuire said he has stepped into his leadership role quite well. This helps rebuild an offensive line that goes into the 2022 season without tackles Abe Lucas and Liam Ryan. After a weather delay has postponed yesterday's game, Wazoo baseball is hosting a doubleheader today against California. Since the first game started about a half hour ago, our live reporter Abby Davis is there at Bailey Brayton Field with an update. Both teams definitely had a less than traditional start to the series yesterday. There were a few snowmen made and snowballs thrown. It was good to see everyone having a fun time and making the best of the situation. Now that the snow is out of the way, it's back to business. If the Cougs win this first game, the team will have 13 wins on the season and 19 losses. The next game starts at 4 p.m. before the series closes tomorrow at 1:05. I'm Sugar Shane with sports. Still Sugar Shane with sports. Are you interested in creating content for Wazoo Cougar social media applications for creative Wazoo Pullman students? To join the social media internship program could be completed at app.joinhandshake.com. One place students can go if they want to cover sports is our Murrow College Wazoo Sports Network. Our reporter Drew Amburgy took an inside look at the organization.
For students at WSU who want to cover sports, there isn't a much better place to get experience than Wazoo Sports Network, a student-run sports show platform. Created by Damian Alvarado, a junior at WSU, who wanted to make the sports network for students to create, direct, and edit sports shows and follow their passion.
Yeah, so I've been the sports director for about 2 semesters now, and if you look at the Cable 8 YouTube channel, there wasn't really any sort of sports content for the past 5 years, so being able to create WSN this past year has been really great to see.
The organization has grown rapidly in a year, with there being 5 shows and over 30 members, from just a few members the year before.
My show is Wazoo Recap. My favorite part about being WSN is just making all the friendships while doing the things I love.
I'm Trevor Junt. I'm the head producer of Wazoo Sports Network, and I just love Cable 8 because I get to talk about sports all day and record it. I mean, it's fun to talk to a bunch of my friends about sports and just have a good time doing it.
Hi, I'm Alex Elliston. I'm the producer and one of the main hosts of Cooling the Clock, one of the shows we have here at Wazoo Sports Network. And honestly, I just love Wazoo Sports Network because it's given me an opportunity and a platform to, work on my crafts and get better at it.
Anyone can join. All they ask is you have a passion for sports. This gives everyone a chance to participate. Meetings are held weekly, where producers and directors pick volunteers to come on their shows, which cover every sport from WSU athletics to all professional leagues. Students gain valuable experience with camera work, editing, and being comfortable under the bright lights so that they can apply those skills after they graduate. In Pullman, I'm Drew Amburgy, Murrow News 8.
The last 2 games of the NBA play-in tournament are tonight, and the playoff schedule will be set. The Atlanta Hawks will play in Cleveland to face off against the Cavs at 4:30 p.m. And at 7 p.m., the Pelicans will play at Clippers. Winners of both matchups will advance to the NBA playoffs, which tip off tomorrow morning at 10 a.m.
Shane with sports, thank you. Find out where you can find an Easter egg hunt in Pullman coming up after the break.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
The City of Pullman and Pullman Kiwanis Club's 61st annual egg hunt will be held on Saturday beginning at 10 a.m. in Krugel Park. Ages 1 to 4 years old will go at 10 a.m. and kids 5 to 9 will go 10 minutes later. So, man, Jackie, what are your plans for Easter?
You know, I'm probably just chilling at home, but because I'm grown up now, unfortunately. I do wish there was like an adult egg hunt though, because I would be all over that.
What do you think is in like an adult egg hunt?
I don't know, like kitchen appliances and stuff, gift cards.
Gift cards.
Gift cards, something like that.
Yeah.
Or really good Easter baskets, because I've never gotten an Easter basket before. So mom or any moms, if you're out there watching, I'll take an Easter basket this year.
I'm probably going to be doing the same thing you're doing. I'll probably just be just chilling at home and relaxing.
Maybe make some deviled eggs, eat some deviled eggs.
Absolutely, or even like make bake something like Easter-ish or something like that. I get an Easter bunny or a Reester bunny like the Reese's candy at Walmart. But my favorite Easter memory though is when I was in karate when I was 8 years old. We did like an Easter egg karate hunt. What was your favorite memory?
I remember going to my Nana's in Florida and having Easter in South Florida. It's probably the nicest thing you could ever have. It's not cold, it's nice and warm. Then you go to the beach after, so.
Wow, that sounds really fun, yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous newscasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
And more news can be found at nwpb.org/emanate, and you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Have a great afternoon.